Welcome to our garden. It is our January garden tour. I'm going to walk you around my garden to see how everything is looking right now so that we can look at it throughout the year to see how it's changed. Come along with me. Okay, starting right up front, right by our mailbox, we have these beautiful, pretty purple heather is what it said when I looked it up. There may be other names for it. And right next to it is a baby passion vine that came from our passion vine arch. They shot up a lot of little babies, so we tried to save as many as we could. Right up next to our mailbox, we have a few of these mother of millions. They have very beautiful flowers here in January. One of my Queen Emmas hanging out here. One thing with the mother of millions is that they are going to get, you can see a few little seeds right here, right on the end, but eventually all of these will have seeds and then they will plant, and here's a whole bunch of the babies. So you can see why it's called mother of millions, because there's all these little babies down here growing. And I think where it's at is fine. They are easy to pull up if you don't want them there anymore. Okay, moving on into the yard now. Right front and center we have our beautiful Hong Kong orchid tree that looks the most beautiful right now, and it just smells so elegant when there's a nice breeze. In our planter we have some celosia, and originally we planted it with just one little plant, and then my husband found out that once the plant dries out it has a whole bunch of little seeds, and then he just sprinkled them all around, and you'll see that there's some little babies growing back. This is what our little front garden looks like. We got our Schefflera, we have a few little vinca in the pot. There's another one of our little babies from our passion vine, and a purple vinca. Our hibiscus is looking really beautiful today. Okay, we have our Queen Emma. Here's a few more of our little babies. And this is one of the babies that are growing out of the ground, and we'll just have to dig that up and plant it somewhere else because I don't really want it over here. One of our original pineapples. And then we got some more of the Queen Emma and the hibiscus. Down here we have our purple heart, or purple queen. And here is what our passion vine is currently looking like. It's nice and full. Not any flowers right now, but we do have a few things I'd like to show you. We have a Gulf fritillary caterpillar, and we have some fruits. Let's see, can I find some fruit to show you? There's one of the fruits, and we have a few other over here. Hopefully this time when we try our fruit they will be nice and delicious. Last time it was too sour, but I think we ate it a little bit early. Here's our passion vine on this side. And here's some more of the little babies that are popping up. So I did not realize when I bought the passion vine that they multiply like crazy. And that's a good thing. And it could be a bad thing too, because I want it where I want it and not all over the place. But we will try to manage it as best as we can. Okay, up here by our flagpole, we don't currently have our flag right now, but we have some impatiens and we have some vinca that needs to be trimmed up. But the impatiens are looking quite pretty right now. And we have our plumeria. There's currently no flowers on it, but this is common for the plumeria. In spring and early summer, it'll start to get some blooms, and they smell so beautiful. So it's worth the wait. Okay, here's a little palm tree. We're gonna walk down here to our border. And we have our first bougainvillea heart. It's filled in quite a bit. I'm going to try to fertilize it more this year to help it make more growth. So hopefully it'll be more full next year. Here's the beautiful little Brax. Here's one of our Queen Emmas. So this is something that I did learn this year, is that if you cut a Queen Emma almost to the bottom, it will still grow back as long as its roots are established. So I was so thankful that my gardener accidentally ran it over, but it came back and it's looking more beautiful than ever. And here's our silk floss tree. Not much going on here right now. There are a few leaves left. In the spring it will pop up with a whole bunch more leaves. Hopefully this year we'll get some flowers. We've had it for over 5 years and no flowers yet. There's another Queen Emma. This is my original bougainvillea, looking nice and lush. Not many flowers on it, but lots of leaves. Another Queen Emma. Another bougainvillea. Queen Emma. And that is our border. And this is the border where I would like to add some hibiscus to make it more full and have more color throughout the year, because the bougainvilleas don't bloom all year long. On the other side of the border, close to our house, this is what we have going on. We have our Queen Emmas. We have this little rose bush that popped up. It's really not doing much. I was hoping that it would do well, so I might have to pull it out. One thing that I do have that's new, that's not going to stay here, I just need to find the right place for it, is these beautiful impatiens or sun patience that my parents got me for Christmas. I need to find a great place for it. So if you see a place that you think would look nice, let me know. So I got to get it planted up. Oh, we got some lilies here on this Queen Emma. Let's see. Oh, they smell so sweet too. They have a soft scent, but if you go right up to smell it, you can. Here around our big tree, we have some vincas. They're not looking the best right now. They probably need to be trimmed, but I love the color of red that it gives. Here is my daughter's powder puff tree. It has some blooms right now. Look at them, they look so pretty. This tree brings lots of wildlife. The bees and butterflies and all kinds of creatures like this tree. A unique creature that this tree brings is these little thorn bugs. If you look closely, it appears that this tree has thorns. There's the green ones that are the adults, and then there's the little brown ones. They're harder to see, and they're the babies. But this is the tree that it goes to. It doesn't harm the tree too much, so we just let them be. Here is our backyard crepe myrtle. It is not looking too well this year at this time. I'm hoping that it will pop back. We haven't gotten any frost yet, so I'm not sure why it looks so sad, but it does look really sad. I'm hoping that it will grow for us. Here is our gardenia. This one's doing really good. It does have some yellow leaves, but you'll see it's nice and big and lush. It's grown maybe a foot from spring. All of this is new growth. About a foot of new growth this year, so that's awesome. I'm excited to see how it does this year. One problem that I do have with my gardenia is the flowers will grow, but then they would just fall off and turn brown. So if you have any ideas of how I can prevent that from happening, please let me know so that I can help it to bloom at its fullest. Here in the backyard we have our alamanda. It's not looking the best right now. Usually the alamanda does die off with frost, but we haven't had a first frost yet. But the leaves, they look a little yellow and a little sad. No flowers right now, but that's all nice and common for this type of plant. Over here we have Poppy's cactus. It's growing really well. This whole little bubble on top is brand new this year, and that's so exciting. I thought it was going to die out last year, but thankfully it's still alive. Reminds me of Poppy every time I see it. Back here on our back border, we have two of the little palm trees from our front. They are the easiest to replant. You just cut it off where you want it to be and put it in the ground. Nothing special needed. Back there we have a few of our Queen Emma babies that we pulled out of our original Queen Emma. They're doing well, but I want to repot them up and make them look a little better because they do look a little sad. We do have them strategically placed here so that the dogs from the backyard don't come into our yard because they're not the nicest doggies. This little cactus is doing extremely well. It likes this weather. Has all of these new little arms or whatever you want to call them popping up on them. It's really thriving this season. All right, and then that brings us here to our little orchard. I'll start here with our butterfly garden that I'm trying to make. We have a few tropical milkweed. You'll see they don't look the best right now, but they are alive. I will probably trim them up here. And we have these beautiful sun patience. When I got them, I didn't know what color they were, but I made a nice little pattern and didn't even know it, of the pink and the red. I love the red. Looking outside the kitchen window and seeing the red, it looks so beautiful. We also have some Mexican petunias. My favorite color, purple. We got some pentas. We have some lantana. And this is a Hamlin orange tree that my brother got me for Christmas. Need to get it in the ground. That's probably going to be my next video. But look, it has little tiny baby oranges on it. It's so cute. I'll be so excited to add to my little orchard over here. So that's our little butterfly garden. I plan to fix that up and work on it this year. Going right along, we have some banana trees that were given to us by a nice neighborhood friend. We have a mango tree that we grew from seed. Another banana tree and some more mangoes. And this one is thriving. It's doing really well. A couple years ago, it died all the way down to the ground because of the frost, but it shot back up and is doing better than ever. Over here we have some jasmine that's growing on our fence by our water equipment to hopefully disguise it a little bit. I think it's working. What do you think? And over here we have our pineapple garden. Doesn't look like any of the pineapples are giving us fruit just yet, but we have our little pineapples. And in the pots are some more of the Queen Emma babies that we pulled up. And here is another one of the passion vines. So it's kind of our nursery / pineapple garden, but we're gonna get that organized a little bit too. Well, that is it for our January garden tour. Thank you for visiting our garden. And go try to find yourself some beautiful flowers to admire today. See you next time.